the first question was this. We see you and we see the pantries on the street and we've brought food to them. Is there anything that goes on the inside, like in your office or when you meet with the Little Pantry volunteers that we don't see that you would like to tell us about?
That's a really very good question and excellent question, class. This is a spontaneously organized group where we don't have any special status. We're not a nonprofit. We just are volunteers that started with a few people, then other people came on, then other people came on, then other people came on. And so about once every month or two, we get together on Zoom like this, and we just talk about how are things going. And people connect with us, and people from the community might connect with anyone that they know is associated with it and say, hey, I'd like to have a Little Free Pantry in front of my house, kind of like what happened last time with you.
Exactly.
Wow, okay. So then I let the folks, my compatriots know that, well, yeah, it looks like Diane James might want to have one in her house. And then I get a hold of Frank and say, Frank, would you work with, with the students to make it? And Sandy goes, oh, afterwards she emailed me and said, I would love to work with the students to decorate it. So that's how it happens. So hopefully that's a good answer for you.
Wonderful. Yeah. And Aiden thought up that question and the class all nodded like, yes, we'd love the answer to that. The other question, which one student, Kai, was fascinated by, was when he asked you about, we know that people and that are in need, and it might be temporary, it could be different timing for people, but occasionally that instance where you had that friend and in the moment he was hungry and he saw the Cliff Bar and he said, oh, I'm gonna just borrow that. And then your answer to that was, it's okay, but what did your friend do? And what would anybody who maybe did that, we don't want to encourage it. What did he do that was generous and a payback for that particular choice?
Well, and since I'm not aware of everything that happens at Little Free Pantry. I live in the back of the house and Mary lives in the front of the house, sees the people coming and going. But you know what? This is the kind of thing where if on the average in the main, everyone kind of works within the system, kind of like the commons. I don't know whether you've ever talked to the class about the idea of the commons, but it was very common in colonial America, where in a town you'd have a grassy spot where everyone would bring their cows, but people would bring their cows for 3 hours and then take their cows off. Another person would bring their cows. And as long as everyone kind of knew the rules, then the commons worked well. It's when people try to kind of take advantage of the commons. So my sense is that maybe someone borrows a Cliff Bar on the way by, but that's okay. That's part of the thing too. And a very good friend of mine, I just saw a car going up, and sometimes people come, take and go, but she was going back and forth. So clearly she's putting things in. So I went and found out who she is, and she loaded the whole pantry up.
Wow.
There's no room left for anything. Wow. And so that's the way it works, class. It's consciousness, isn't it? It's everyone's awareness working together for the benefit of people who temporarily need food. And not everything can work that way, but it's really wonderful when things can work that way.
Yeah, it just brings out all the goodness in human beings and people just bringing food. And the slogan again on the Little Pantries is, everybody,
what
was it? Say it with Bob. And if you don't remember, we'll have Bob say it alone. Ready, set, go.
Free food for all.
Free food for all. And what does it say? Take what you need.
Give what you can.
Give what you can. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you so much. The students were didn't bat an eyelash when I said you were coming back on, and I was amazed at what they remembered and revisiting questions. So you made a big impression. Thank you for all you do, and we'll stay in touch about the pantry for my place and to have these wonderful artists decorated for me.
Artists and construction people, I'm talking to Frank, and
Okay.
I'm sure he's a good teacher. I'm sure he would like some of the students to come to help him build it. Wouldn't that
Okay.
be fun?
Okay. All right. So whenever there's a first step to take, just send me an email or a text.
I will do that.
All right.
My class, hey, you got to have me come back again. I can talk about a lot of things.
Wonderful. All right. Let's clap for
Okay.
Bob. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Bob. Bye-bye now. See ya. Thank you.